Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. Another unbelievably gorgeous day. Wow, we've had a string of them right here. Cool in the morning, or downright cold, really. But, what's expected for this time of year. Hey, look over here to see my dogs. There's two of them, and Gino's back over there hiding behind the weeds. But, yeah, they're just enjoying all this great weather that we're having. Hey, you know what's interesting, though? It's our second lesson for this coming Sunday. It's from 2 Thessalonians, the 3rd chapter. And it starts with verse 6 and goes right through verse 13. So go ahead and read that. And when you look at it, there's a couple things that pop out right at us. The one here is this. Let's see. Okay. Now we command you, beloved, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, to keep away from believers who are living in idleness and not according to the tradition they've received from us. So, okay, Paul is calling out something that's going wrong within this church. The first thing that came before all this, it was concerns about Jesus coming again. And he got into some kind of interesting and difficult to understand eschatology, we call it. That's end times kind of talk. And basically what he was saying is, hey, watch out for those people who are trying to pinpoint when Jesus is coming again by saying, look at this, look at that, because you just can't really do it. All right, but here's where it's something that that really touches at home, where he gets down to a little bit later in verse 10. He says, anyone unwilling to work should not eat. Oh, man, we've talked about this before. How dangerous it is to pull one single sentence or verse out of context and pin it up on the wall as what you're going to live by. Yeah, anyone unwilling to work should not eat. In order to fully understand that, you have to know what is our biblical mantra that we use when studying the Bible. Understand the context. Know what the author of whatever you're reading is trying to say. Know the context in which they're living. And then you fully understand why it is Paul is saying anyone unwilling to work should not eat. So what's he talking about? Well, when you look at the entire thing, what's going on is they're dealing with an issue of people coming into the church who are just rabble-rousers. They're causing trouble. They're really not serious about the faith. They're trying to destroy this community of faith. Yeah, that's what's going on. Especially when you see the words idle and there's another word in there too that's busybodies. That's it. Idle and busybodies. Those are two words that are very unique to Paul's usage here in Thessalonians. But when you look at other contexts where this is used in non-biblical settings, you also find out that that's exactly what it is. They are troublemakers. So you have these people coming into the church who are undermining it. And what Paul is saying is, hey, go back to the very beginning. We tell you to hang on to the traditions of faith that are being handed down to you. And he mentions that in this passage again. And we hear that there are people that aren't doing that. And maybe they enter into the church in a way that is honest and they're not trying to be malicious at first, but all of a sudden now, hey, this is pretty cool. They start taking advantage of the generosity of those who are Christians, and then they start to undermine the whole essence of what's going on within that church. And these are the ones that Paul is calling idle busybodies, troublemakers. And these are the ones that he's saying, don't let them eat. Hey, if they're just going to do this, they shouldn't be here in the first place. Oh yeah, they should be here because God's love and grace extends to everyone. But this is just ridiculous. They shouldn't be eating, Now, here's what's interesting right here. You need to see this. The very last verse is what pinpoints it for you and for me. Brothers and sisters, he says, do not be weary in doing what is right. Don't be weary in doing what is right. And what is right is that we continue to do what is necessary to allow the word and the love of Jesus to be spread far and wide, and not give up. Not give up. Even when the busybodies enter the picture, the troublemakers. You know what? We need to be those who are loving, kind, and gracious. I got to make sure I don't get the sun in the picture. Oh, let's do it this way instead. Here we go. You see? That's my biblical scholar, Betsy, who was running across my computer screen that I had the Bible verse stuck up on. But hey, so for you and for me, let's keep that as our primary focus. Even when we come across examples of, hey, you're involved in a food bank and you see people coming and you wonder, do they really need to be here? Do they really deserve to be here? And then realize that's not the issue for you and for me. Our main focus would be just to keep on doing what we do without getting weary. And let's keep the judgment up to God. Well, God's blessings be with you. And you can see how grand and glorious it is out here with the blue sky, the yellow leaves on the tree behind me, the sun in my face. Go out and get some of that sunlight in your lives as well. Blessings be with you.